1 second. I've got to turn the app on here real quick. Again. Hey, how's it going? Yo. How's stuff? I couldn't think of a title for it, so I just called it Stuff. Because... because whatever. Woke up a little while ago, so yeah. Oh yeah, maybe this is the part where you get the dog. I think the dog actually assists you in battle and also helps you find things.
Hmm?
I heard about this. Oh, by the way, the Alex Wake remaster is going to be the next game shipped out to me from GameFly, so I'm going to see how that's going to go. I saw a couple reviews of it today. One of them gave it a 9 out of 10, and another one gave it like a 6 out of 10. So I was like, wow, that's a little drastic between two reviews, but there's a couple others I'm going to see, but I'm still renting it from them and going to give it a shot. Yeah, Alan Wake, yeah. I woke up at 10 o'clock, so there you go. So I can't think. Stuff, where'd it go? Yeah. I'm having coffee right now, too, so yeah, my brain is... My cognitive dissonance isn't working right now. Dissonance.
Huh? Hmm?
The detective dog? Lost Judgment. Where'd it go? Yeah, there you go. I got you.
By the way.
Oh, by the way, that show that I told you about, Squid Game, I saw the first episode last night. It's pretty interesting. Long story short, the first episode basically, by the time everything is all said and done, it deals with people who are so deep in debt that they can't get out of it. So they basically make a decision to go and play this game, but they get gassed out so they don't know where it is, but it's on an island. And it's basically like the deathmatch style kind of game, where like the last person standing is the one that gets a buttload of money, but I don't know how much money that is. But it was made over in South Korea, so the English dubs in it are good. So, but you know that they're speaking Korean. By the way, their mouths are moving. Hey, Junebug, how's it going, man? How you doing? Well, if you have it on Steam or GOG by chance, then you may get the upgrade for free.
Sure.
I've got it on 360. I got it like dirt cheap on 360, and then I got it dirt cheap on PC. So heck, I'll probably end up getting it free myself if they end up doing that.
I see. Hmm?
Ah, that looks familiar.
Wait.
Huh.
Oh, okay, you're still doing that then.
What? Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Good. Got something?
Yeah, I think he starts helping you in battle also. As well as helping you find out things. That's as fast as you can move with him.
Doing great.
Well, we ran into some bikes. That was great.
Got something?
These dogs, these kind of dogs are really common in Japan. I think they're called Shibas.
This way, huh?
I don't think I've ever really seen any in person. In America.
Hmm?
I didn't see anything about them getting the upgrade for free. I'm just saying, considering it's such a common thing amongst like PC games nowadays, for them to get remastered upgrades for free. That's what I was thinking. I hadn't heard about it anywhere. I just figured that maybe there was a chance that it could happen. Because sometimes you know what happens, and sometimes you don't know what happens. So, you know, excuse me. It's supposed to be out the 7th, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or the 6th.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Eh?
What?
Arvid's main facility is.
I see.
Ian from Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, he kind of looks like it. Definitely kind of looks like it. I think it was a Shiba kind of dog, so it would make sense for it to be in the anime. Oh, okay. Alright then. Actually, it's based off of a real guy. I think like a real actor or something. They got his likeness and whatnot in it. So I'm guessing he probably does the Japanese voiceover.
Onegai ne.
Really, yeah, it's kind of crazy how some dogs' personalities are. Dogs do have personalities. Some people don't seem to think so, and I think those people are idiots, because I've seen it. Some probably need better training than other ones would.
All right, let's. Got something? Doing great. Got something?
I think that those people who say that are people who have never owned a dog or multiple dogs.
This way, huh?
It's like, no, that's not true. It's just an animal. Okay. I
Doing
tell you
great.
what, get a couple
This way,
dogs,
huh?
and then come back and tell me that after they've been with you for a while. It's pronounced like Einstein. No, okay, that's cool. Well, I guess that makes sense. So it's Ein. trying to catch up on the chat here a bit. I wouldn't understand why he did that. Why don't you just go and sell the dog or give the dog to somebody? I mean, that wouldn't mean that somebody else wouldn't have ended up not having any dogs, and that way they could have ended up taking care of the animal. Oh, in the English dub? Oh, okay. Maybe you probably heard in the Japanese dub. Maybe it will sound the same. I don't know. You know, one of the things that kind of pisses me off, though, is that, some of my family members, I think, have done this before, or they've talked about it before, where whenever they would used to have an animal that they didn't want, like if it was a dog or a cat or something, they would go and take the animal, and they would drive somewhere far off with it, and then just dump it off, thinking that it wouldn't find its way back. And yeah, there's times they can't actually find their way back. They go and they do that and don't even bother to go and take the dog to somebody who they think might want it, or sell it to somebody, or take it to humane shelter or anything like that. They just go and just try to dump the animal off on the side of the road. I'm like, somebody needs to go and dump you off on the side of the road, just stark naked, and have you find your way back and fend for yourself. They're like, oh, this animal is going to end up finding its way around. Yeah, but you got to think that some animals in the areas that they're in, like wild animals and whatnot, that's the areas that they have grown up in, that they were born into. They know how to scavenge and know how to find stuff. And you end up having an animal that's going to get, I forgot what the word is, but they basically humanitize or something. I can't remember what the word is, but like, it's a way of them being so used to being around humans that is what they depend on. That's who they are. That's the way that they're, especially if they've grown up around a human their entire life, that's what they would base their comfort on, and for them to be able to get taken care of. And people who go and do stuff like that are just inhumane. I remember my grandmother had mentioned something like that years ago, and my grandfather was still alive, and I had kind of gotten onto him about it. I'm like, why are you going to go and do that? Why don't you go and take the animal and go give him to somebody else? You don't want them around here. But that's just it, though. If you have any wild animals, or not wild animals, but if you have any animals that's around you, dogs or cats or whatever, if you go and you feed them, they're going to show up there. They're going to keep coming back for more food. If you want the animal, fine. If you don't, well, I would say feed the animal and then take the animal somewhere else to somebody who you think might want them, or sell them, or whatever. You know, just stop and think about what it is and what you're doing first before you do it. I can't stand people who don't try to stop and think before they stop and start acting on something. It's just immature. And I talked to my grandfather about it too when he was alive, about stuff like that. And, you know, I love my grandfather, but he was just as hard-headed about things too.
Excuse me.
Uso.
I can't stand hard-headedness for any extended period of time. Like a extreme hard-headedness. It's like, I can't even talk to you about anything. What's the point in me even saying anything to you if you aren't even going to listen to what somebody else has to say? You just think your way and that's it. You know, it's just like, come on, dude. Oh. Oh. Time to fight. I bet the dog's gonna get involved. Kind of reminds me when I was playing Necromunda yesterday. Oh, well, I can understand that. I can understand calling animal control. I can understand calling animal control, but if the animal comes after me and tries to harm me or kill me or something, then yeah. I mean, just like if somebody else were to come after you and try to do the same thing, you need to defend yourself.
Hey.
I'm just speaking of it from strictly like a pet-based kind of basis. like for example, our dog Loki, we ended up getting him because of the fact that the couple that had him, their daughter didn't want the dog anymore. They got him for her to have a pet, and all of a sudden she turns around and wants a cat, so they got her a cat. She didn't have anything to do with the dog anymore, so they just got rid of the dog. They just went ahead and gave him to Tanya. They didn't sell him, they didn't do nothing. They were supposed to actually give her his papers, but they never ended up finding any papers or anything for us to have. You know, I think this is before his whole shot ordeal kind of thing, you know, when he started going to the vet. But so, you know, we didn't have any of that, but it's stuff like that, you know. It's like, well, we don't want the animal anymore, somebody else want it, you know, stuff like that. But if it comes from a violent situation, a violent animal, then yeah, I mean, you got to defend yourself. Bruce Willis has dementia? I didn't even hear about that.
No way.
I guess the dog isn't going to get involved in this one in particular. I don't know what in the world I was doing there. And scrambled eggs for breakfast.
Hey.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then again, if they aren't really going to take care of the dog like it needs to be taken care of, then it's best just to go ahead and give it to somebody who is. I mean, if the daughter isn't going to express any other type of interest in the animal, and the animal is just, the animal's probably going to be unloved unless the parents themselves end up taking a liking to it and they have something to do with it. I kind of feel like I'm going to run into those guys again.
In other words,
I can't say I love you, in other words.
no way. Excuse me.
お願いします。
It's funny to me, you'll walk around and hear Japanese being talked, and even in side missions like this, but then you go to like main cutscenes and whatnot, and English is being spoken. That's if you chose the English one, obviously. I don't know why in the world they didn't bother to do that with the other ones. And it's funny because Yagami is speaking English, but all the other people he's talking to is speaking Spanish. I mean Japanese, Spanish. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know how they got the dog. I don't know if they bought it or found it or somebody gave it to them or what. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember when you mentioned that to me. And then you ended up going and getting attached to them because they got attached to you.
Who's a good boy?
Huh. Well, guess what? Fancy that.
Seriously?
They say pets and their owners grow more alike over the years. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Just look at the two dogs that we have and Tanya. They're more like her than they are like me. I don't know. I heard about James Rolfe. He ended up going and writing a couple different types of scripts. He even talked about one, I think, specifically dealing with some horror movie he wanted to write. And it didn't come into fruition, but, I mean, obviously he ended up doing, like, you know, regular small little projects for the sake of doing them when he was younger. I'd seen some of that stuff, too. But they have a podcast now, too, as a matter of fact.
Yagami-san.
Nope.
It can't be.
Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
It's so funny that it's her dog, knowing that she's in the mystery club in the game.
Yes.
Does that mean...
Gravy's your cat's name? Is it a gray cat? Likes to eat gravy. Yeah, I've heard little bits and pieces of his podcast off and on their YouTube channel, but I hadn't like listened to a full one or nothing.
What?
Hey.
I actually, speaking of movies, I know Agent 008 had known about this, but I ended up seeing the 12 Monkeys movies for the first time. I know it came out in 1995, but I never had watched it. Known about it, but just never took the time to see it. And I thought it was okay. You know, I was hoping for a bigger payoff at the end, like more of a twist or something. And Brad Pitt was the standout actor of the whole movie. I'm going to aim to watch the TV show next. I think it's actually on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. I also want to watch that show, The Strain. I had started watching that, but I'm going to get back to watching that again. I think Guillermo del Toro had something to do with it.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to look into that one as well. That'd be a great little tune to have on your phone, notification phone. A sister named Biscuit. A cat named Gravy. Biscuit and Gravy. Biscuits and Gravy, yeah, made me a man. And not so much a quote-unquote gadget as a living being with a mind and feelings. It's important to remind yourself of these things. No kidding. Based on how far you know the story, you may run off and make a track of scent. Following him would be a good idea. Call for your canine access to the dog app for the gadgets. Yeah. Hang on a second, I gotta clean a spot off on my glasses. It's bothering me. He gives you a dirty look. Gravy! Who are you calling Gravy? No, I didn't say baby gravy. Quit thinking nasty, person walking down the street looking at me as I'm screaming out the door. I mean, it was kind of crazy considering years ago when my grandfather had a dog named Booger. He named it Booger, and then my mom ended up taking care of it, her and my ex-stepdad. They ended up taking care of it. You know, it's real crazy when you let the dog to roam around. And the thing is, though, is that everybody in the neighborhood knew him, apparently. Everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. He'd roam around there. But you'd also see his puppies running around everywhere, too. So he was a little doggy whore. And it's kind of weird screaming out the door, Booger, where are you, Booger? You know, I mean, nobody would actually say anything or look at you or nothing like that. But this is back in the late '90s, no, mid '90s. I'm sorry.
I just...
That's all it took. That's all she wrote.
What a waste.
Yeah, what a waste. Oh, really? Well, that's Did the dog act that way? I guess. Okay. Well, I guess if there's any real way to get around, especially in a small, cramped city like that, that would be the one. Utilizing a skateboard. Oh, it was just funny to name his dog that. Yeah, I bet that's funny. Going outside and start yelling that, and people will really start giving you dirty looks.
Having a party?
Hey, welcome back. Care for a drink, Yagami-san?
Heads up.
What's that say, pepper
Make
beer?
yourself at home. Not that you haven't already.
Who, me? Well, whatever do you mean?
Koana's fine.
I don't know, that
Just
fight
swung
we
by to
had?
have a chat with you, man. Not that I mind hanging out over beers and shogi.
Kaito's a gentleman and a scholar. I like your style.
What do you want with me?
Is that a friggin' vape pen?
Check it out, Yagami-san.
I think
You're
it is.
only here to get to the bottom of that Hiro Mikoshiba kid's murder, right? That's gotta be the reason the Yokohama Leomang attacked you, isn't it? All I'm saying is that you've gotta
Sure
cut
it
me
is.
in, man.
Thanks, but I've got
That's a
enough
vape
help.
pen.
So some hotshot detective goes into town and tries to leave the local guy out in the cold? No offense, but that's not gonna fly.
You gonna play your turn? Just finish your game and go home already.
When you benefit from someone who knows the scene? You know, I can get...
No, it's not. No, it's also on PC as well. It's on all platforms except Switch and mobile. Ah! No, don't do that.
Get you anywhere in a Jincho above or below ground.
Aren't you expensive?
I'll give you a first-time customer price. I'm not about to sit here and let some outsider swoop in and take all the credit alone. And that means I guess I'm gonna chill here until you give me the nod.
It's Tsukumo and Sugiura's place as far as I'm concerned. Not even my call to make.
I welcome having more company. The more the merrier. That'll be the agency motto.
I don't really care.
Such a nice office. I'm gonna love it here.
So he's basically joined up with us.
Yagamishi, guess what? The internet picked up on the Ihara link to Mikoshiba. The trending sentiment is that he killed him in an act of vengeance for his son.
They've already figured that part out?
See for yourself. Here, check it out.
I definitely don't trust this guy, especially given the fact that that gang that I was fighting just turned around and walked away when he ended up showing up and saying something to him. Ugh. There we go. I play music, it heals me. Glad I got that ability.
Looks like flying solos kept you busy. Why don't you bring Kuwane in on this? Let the local handyman have some fun.
It's kind of a little hard to keep up with some of the names, at least for me, because, I don't know, Japanese names, they're just... when I see them, sometimes it looks like some of them are kind of look the same, and they're hard to pronounce, so it's not on PC. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. The first Judgment is on PC, isn't it? It should be. If this isn't on PC yet, then it will be, because I could have sworn that the first Judgment was on there.
No need to involve me. I know detectives can't just hand out cases like candy. But if you did want to pull me in, I can say for damn sure you wouldn't regret it.
That perv Sari-san defended is trending online again. Tsukumo-kun's been pouring through the articles non-stop.
Jason kills a teenager with a vape pen. I can only imagine how that would look.
Son of a bitch student teacher should burn in hell for bullying a kid all the way to suicide. Mikoshiba was a damn psychopath. Ehara is the vigilante groper. And that's not even the trolls.
So the news is blowing up on the net, huh?
In the internet terms, this is only the first spark that could ignite into a fire. Not even what I'd call viral.
Then who's lighting the spark? The people responsible for Mikoshiba's murder?
I'll have to go down a few more rabbit holes before I can make that call, I'm afraid.
Gotcha.
That said, some posts are kinda suspicious. This one here, for instance. Ehara totally called the location of the body at his trial. The fact that he did that never really even went public, as far as I can tell.
It was kept off the record?
When Ehara got arrested, the cop-turned-groper story and his sexual battery charges were huge news. It was all the media could talk about. But by the time his trial rolled around, the news had already moved on. His guilty verdict barely made a blip.
Fellas, I told you I wanted to be kept in the loop on this stuff. You saying Mikoshiba had more than one killer? And where are they now? You think these lunatics are still hanging around Ijincho?
It's been over 2 months already, man. If they were here, they're probably long gone by now. Another peaceful day in Ijincho, right?
Holy crap balls.
Check outside.
What the piss? Oh, it's them.
It's the Leomon.
Yep.
The White Mask again.
Let's go, Chuck!
Yep.
I'll catch you later.
Not bad.
You're not getting away this time!
And a chase sequence ensues. Dun dun dun. Green Giant.
Aye.
Hold up!
I'm gonna kick the ball at him. Right in the back of the head. Oh, why? Ah.
Hold up!
Did I grab that? I think I grabbed that.
So close.
Back of the head.
Hold up!
Ah, fart. I had pressed the wrong friggin' button because I was trying to get up close to that thing and I could kick it. He's almost down for the count, though, so... Back of the head.
Hold up.
I'll easily be able to catch him now. Oh, wait, he's going up here? What the... Holy crap! Well, I guess if there was ever a place for him to show up, it would be right here, like it was in the one of the other Yakuza games, which is where they're located. The first Judgment game is just called Judgment. Just Judgment. No, I haven't seen his daughter.
Oh, great. Where am I?
This game itself is a sequel, but it's not a... I guess you could say it's not a direct sequel. It is its own thing, and yeah, Yagami will talk about characters that he's met in the past from the previous game or have little discussions or whatever about them, but you don't need to have any previous knowledge from what I've heard from the first game to play this one. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming to PC if it's not already.
You lure me here?
Don't worry, man. I'm not planning on killing you tonight.
Okay, but why else would you take off the mask?
Because from this point forward, Ijincho is closed. You won't be coming back.
Oh, this is the dude inside the box
Tesso.
art.
For what it's worth, I'm an officer candidate of the Yokohama Leomon.
There's a Japanese Freddy Krueger. Or Edward Scissorhands. Or Tesso Scissorhands.
I hear you took out some of my masked boys the other day.
Oh, you mean those guys who thought they could sneak up on me in the afternoon?
Maybe if you hadn't resisted at the time, you'd be in a lot less pain than you're about to be in the near future.
Who's paying you to try to take me down?
This is a job that came down from the top of the org. I don't know who hired us, and to be honest, I don't give a shit either. But ripping up a kick-ass detective like you sure sounds like a good time. None of you guys make a move! I want to see if the rumors are true, so I get first taste. Show me what you got. Yagami!
Yagami! Yep, that's the scene right there inside the box art and on the steelbook. Even though I don't have the steelbook. A friend of mine does, though. No, I pressed the freaking button. I just pressed the wrong freaking... I could have sworn... Oh, this isn't good. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. It's just stupid. Super move. Come on, dude. Get the heck up. Okay, clearly... Yeah, that didn't do much of nothing. Even though... Yeah. Wait a minute. Ah! Let's use this one. Forgot out exactly what the heck that does. I know it breaks new guards, but like I'm wondering if it assists in the process of being stronger in its attack. Get up, dude. Oh, okay, so I took him down. I love that slow motion rain. That's cool. I can't believe that I missed that friggin' quick time action because I pressed the wrong button. Because it came in too fast for me. I rammed your nose up into your brain. There we go.
Running a little late tonight, aren't we, Kaito-san?
Yeah, my bad. Had to punch my way through a few guys.
Hey, you gotta run for it. If you stick around, it's not gonna matter how many lives you've got.
Yeah, but if I run now, who's gonna pay for Tsukumo's window then?
Huh? For fuck's sake, I'll just pay for it. Now get out of there.
You got a deal.
Let me see here. Google pay for time exclusive deal for Judgment in April, so until the deal runs out for Stadia, no PC release. Oh, okay. Okay, well at least it's coming. I could have sworn that they were both on there though, on release. I got over 10,000 skill points here. At least that's what I refer to them as, so I'm pretty sure that I can find something. Wait a minute. Boost attack. Increase attack. Yeah, let's do that one. They jack it all the way up. Boost attack all the way up to level 3. I'll sacrifice all that to do that. That's one thing I never really liked about some of the games is when they give you the ability to use weapons, but unless you had a specific style that was really meant for it, some of them, well, like that right there, the Tonfa is good, but like some of them,
Path's all clear.
I'm on my way.
some of them are just like, I can't, I feel like I'm swinging a massive amount of stuff around. I should have immediately ended up getting a chance to attack. Boom! Dow! Eat asphalt. I just knocked the whole friggin' stall over. Tag team. Yeah, that was from the first game. You know what? I'm tired of this. Down for the count. There we go. Oh, that was a breakable spot place thing. Oh, wrong friggin' way. So wait a minute. So like, okay, there we go. Oh, what was that? Like health or something. Yeah, it's like, depending on the people, when you're playing on simple mode, apparently, depending on the crowd that you're around, it would determine exactly what type of fighting style it is that it thinks that you should be in. Instead of you, like, switching it up on your own, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It wouldn't surprise me if they ended up having like a movie or something made out of this, because there's been some of the strangest game series that have gotten movies or show adaptations. But I would love to see this in like a movie or TV show format. You guys aren't really doing too much here. They just ducked down. Well, it had the extreme action there, but sadly that... Come on. Don't get so mad, yeah. Well, I have that where it's going to activate even faster too now. Alright, man, I'll talk at you later. Thank you for coming.
We done here?
Apparently it is right now.
Yeah? You want something? What was it? Tesso?
New subscriber.
Say,
Awesome.
I'm impressed.
Thank you kindly.
I wasn't expecting you to take out all these guys, to be honest.
If you happen to be in the chat, thank you kindly for
thanks.
subscribing.
But if you're feeling generous, how about you tell me who hired you?
Didn't I say this before? I got no interest in doing that.
Can you do me a favor and turn down the job next time, maybe?
Yeah, right. If the request comes through again, I'm taking it. Simplest solution for you is to get the hell out of town. Me and my big mouth. Just go already.
Hey, not bad, man. A lot of young folks look up to Tesso. So gaining his respect is gonna have some perks.
All I want to know is if the Lyumam are no longer a threat.
Wouldn't go that far. Tesso's not the only young hothead among them. But hey, at least they probably won't blindside you anymore. And that's a victory in itself.
Guess that is a step forward. A baby one.
Anyway, we should go check up on 99. Something tells me they're not in the clear just yet.
Let's hit it.
We're leaving?
Sugiura!
Yagamishi! Oh, thank God you're back.
Tsukumo, what happened?
He's knocked out cold. Damn it.
Masked men attacked us. I couldn't fight them.
Masked men, you say? Were they any different from what the Liumang wear?
I couldn't get a good look. Sugiura, they stuck up on him with a bat and came after me next. They cut me. My pinky.
They broke it? Hey, are you okay?
I'll call an ambulance.
There are these photos and a message I was told to give to you, Yagamishi. They said to tell you, this is your final warning.
They've been spying on me?
It hurts.
Shit. If they want me, then come after me.
Tuck, I think the Liumang were part of the plan, as bait. They probably only came to lure us away from the office. The worst part is it fucking worked!
This camera ought to show everyone coming in and out of the building. Look, there's me and Kaito chasing down the Liumang. But here's the hitch. There were 7 of them, and they didn't have those trademark white masks. So clearly, they're not Liumang.
They must have got the white masks to lure us out, meaning they're the ones calling the shots here. Wouldn't surprise me if they were also Ihara's accomplices to murder.
That'd be something.
No, it's hard to believe a single murder could involve so many people.
Really? Why do you say that?
More friends, more loose lips. One slip of the tongue can bring down an entire group. Taking a man's life would require absolute solidarity from every single member. What could be their connection?
Could be they're Ihara's buddies in blue. After hearing what happened to his kid, they couldn't help but feel for the guy.
If it were me, yeah, I'd sympathize. But not enough to watch a man die. Or do the deed myself.
Yeah, who'd throw their life away for that? Unless we're talking about the mob over here.
That e-cig's that good, huh?
Considering the area's volatility, the Liumang are the best bet in the house. But if it's not them... Well, there is the Seiryu clan, but they have some decorum compared to these guys. And then the Komijul, the Koreans, they would never get caught on camera. They're shy like that. Go figure.
Impressive list you've got up there, Mr. Handyman. Too bad they're all dead ends.
Hey, if there's a crime in Kamurocho, would you know who did it off the top of your head?
No.
This footage is the lead we've been waiting for. Now we're gonna hunt them down for Tsukumo and Sugiura.
You get hit in the head or something? Find them and they'll mess your ass up.
Will they?
Don't you get it? They were planning to take you out, man. The Liumang letting you off is nothing short of a miracle. Or would you rather risk your neck over nothing?
Where we come from, risking our necks the bare minimum. You Ijincho guys must not see much action.
Yeah, well, in Ijincho, a handyman's wages don't cover life and limb.
I don't recall ever hiring you.
Yeah, and if you asked me now, I'd say hell no. This shit's getting way too over my head. And yours. Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm gonna have to pass on drinks for a while. Send my regards to the lads.
Well, hey, never chase what leaves.
That's a good philosophy to have. Runaway game director?
All that said, I think we'd better take the day off. Can't go running around while our boys are hurting.
I kind of feel like in a ways that dude has something to do with it. I'm sparkly like a vampire out of Twilight. I wish it would just immediately fill up. Like, dude. Let me think. Alright. Oh, now it wants, well, it doesn't matter.
The agony. I was in a cold sweat all of yesterday. At this rate, I'll be forced to type one-handed. If you do the math, my pinky is worth more than an average person's whole hand. I'm talking about at least a 30% drop in efficiency.
Well, it's been a while since I got it this bad. I might even throw up.
So, leaving Kamurocho made you rusty, huh?
Really with that? If I could wish the pain away, I would, man.
Hey, if you've got the energy to complain, you'll be just fine.
I'm gonna make this up to you guys. I promise.
Well, if you want to do that, we'll need to figure out who and where they are. There's a high possibility this group is directly behind Mikoshiba's murder. And of course, that would mean they know Ehara as well. How about swapping more info with the Kanagawa police?
Let's save that for when we really need it. We're not the authorities here, so we need to play our cards close to our chest.
I think that's a wise decision.
Saori-san's on top of getting things set up with Ehara, right? In that case, I'll head back to Kamurocho. Take your time prepping. We can always regroup up there.
Those bastards might have gotten the jump on us. They won't be so lucky next time. But for now, I should probably take it easy.
Product placement.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
Why is this always?
You just freaked him out. He passed out from the shock. Because of the style that I was in.
Really, guys?
I think if you really listen into these things, then you can open up other quests. Some of them, I think, do that anyways. Just explodes on its own.
Excuse me.
Eh?
No.
Hi.
Hmm? I see. Hi. 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 I see. Hi.
I'm running on a single digit HP.
Hi. Eh?
どうしよう。
Game development sure sounds rough. States a game developer who made this game. Otherwise known as Sega. Oh no, don't tell me this is something like the way that it was in the previous game, taking pictures of these kappas. I love Tappa from your Kappa.
Hey!
Ugh. Oh wow. kind of circled all the way around him. That's funny.
Excuse me. Judgement. Hmm? Hmm. Huh. Yep.
Yep, I figured. Something similar, at least.
Excuse me. I see. Yep.
Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. I'll be back again tonight with this a little bit, probably, if I feel like I'm up for it after work. Anyways, I appreciate everybody checking out the archive version and live version. And, yeah, I'll go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, taters. Do 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 do.